Okay, today I will give you another speaking test. So I have this questions in speaking part three um a few minutes ago, and I forgot to record it. Oh, okay, so you may have any idea for some questions I have. So now I feel a bit nervous because I feel like my body today is not really good, and I feel like my tongue or my mouth are not suitable for me to get higher score, but I believe that I can get it. So the first thing I need to do is to warm up my voice. So the first thing with the lip. Okay, it's a bit not hygienic, but I highly recommend it because I learned it from a scholar or a lecturers on TikTok. So I think as you can believe to use it. And after the lip is the tongue. And finally, take a deep breath. Okay, are you ready?
Hi, I'm Apollo. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Now, I would like to ask you some questions about yourself. Do you like the area that you live in?
Yes, of course. I live in a area that are near the city center of Ho Chi Minh City, which is one of the most hectic and vibrant cities in Vietnam. There are many famous places and also skyscrapers near my house, which can help me recharge my batteries and relax when I do sightseeing.
Do you live in a noisy or a quiet area?
To be honest, now I live near the city center, so it's a bit noisy and hectic every day. The roads here are always full of commuters, so it might be not comfortable or pleasant for an introverted person like me.
Are the people in your neighborhood nice and friendly?
No, not really. I have to say that they are not really warm-hearted or hospitable like my neighbors in my hometown. I haven't know anything about them, even if they sometimes go to my house and say hello to me. But to be honest, I think that they didn't want to have any relationships with me.
Do you know any of your neighbors?
Right now, I know a person that live near my house. So to be honest, he is very, you know, unpleasant because he usually asks some question that I feel uncomfortable, or he usually make my life become very unpleasant and more difficult. So I don't like him so much.
Where do you like to go in that area?
When I have time, I usually go to Global City, which is one of the most famous and popular destinations in Ho Chi Minh City. I usually go for a walk or allow my brain to wander, and this activity helps me recharge my batteries and escape from the hustle and bustle of city life.
Do you know any famous people in your area?
Yes, of course. I know a person called Island, and he's a very famous musician in my city. He usually organize some performance in the city center that attract a lot of people from all ages and all areas in big city. And he's famous for his music, and his genres are very various, from the patriotism of the Vietnamese to the romantic songs.
What are some changes in the area recently?
Well, I guess that it will be the construction of a new railway system, because the railway systems is very efficient and convenient for people to commute every day, and it also very environmentally friendly. So the city's authorities decide to construct another one in city center.
Where is your hometown?
My hometown is Gia Lai province, which is a southern province in Vietnam. To be honest, I really love my hometown because the people here are very hospitable and warm-hearted, and the surroundings are usually rivers or paddy fields, which brings me a sense of nostalgia and comfort when I come back to my hometown.
Now, I am going to give you a topic, and you will talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Remember to take notes. Please start speaking now.
I'm going to talk about an important thing I learned, and is will be how to play a Rubik. So I first knew about it habit 4 years ago. At a time, I was scrolling on a social media platform called Facebook to recharge my batteries and unwind after a busy day. And then I came across a really interesting video of a players who was playing Rubik. And to be honest, I found that he was very intelligent and also professional. So I were interested in becoming a good players with Rubik. So as the initially period, I found playing Rubik very difficult because it required me to be patient and know a lot of formulas or some tricks or tips so that I can apply it to improve my speed and finish my Rubik's. And honestly, I was stuck, but after watching some videos on YouTube, that many people gave me advice about how to finish a Rubik. I can first finished my first Rubik, and it gave me a sense of compliment. So to be honest, learning how to play a Rubik is very beneficial for me because it improves my cognitive systems, critical thinking skills, motion skills, and also spatial awareness skills, which is very bit beneficial for me so that I can improve myself and become a better version of myself. So if I had to talk about an important thing I learned not at school or college, it would have to be the time I learned how to learn to finish a Rubik, Rubik.
Earlier, we talked about describe an important thing you learned, not at school or college. Now, I will ask you some more questions related to this topic. Can people acquire more knowledge now than before?
Yes, actually, I think that people now can get insights into more aspects in of their daily life because now, thanks to the developments of technology, phones and computers or tablets are very popular these days that many people can afford one to use. So they can get access to a lot of online materials on social media platforms or some websites and they can learn from it. So I think that they will have a chance to broaden their horizons or enrich their knowledge.
Does the internet make learning easier or more difficult?
From my point of view, I think that the internet will be also positive and negative at the same time. So, for example, the internet allows people to get access to a wide range of online materials of many subjects from physics to English as long as people have phones and get access to the internet. But on the other hand, I also want to mention that in some cases, people can be easy to get distracted from their work or studies if they use their phones or computers to work because social media platforms now are very popular so they can give some notifications for users and distract people from their work.
How can people learn new things?
To be honest, I find this question a bit hard and so broad to answer, but I guess that people can easily learn new things through some tips. So, for example, if they want to learn how to play a Rubik, they can watch some tutorial videos on YouTube or Facebook to accumulate their knowledge and learn some formulas they can apply. And also, in some cases, they can also ask for advice from other people who are, you know, uh, us very good at these skills so they can ask for advice and improve their skills in the same ways.
Is it necessary for adults to learn new things?
Yes, of course. I think that is very important for everybody to learn new things because when people learn new things, they can have a chance to enrich their insights of many aspects of their life. So they can become more competitive when it comes to their work or their study. Besides that, in some cases, learning new things also brings some benefits related to health, like improving motion skills or spatial awareness skills, which is very beneficial for them. So,
How do you think technology impacts our attention spans?
from my perspective, I think that technology has a detrimental impact on our attention spans. When we work, the notifications from our phones or our computers make us distracted from our work or studies, which undermines our learning performance or work productivity. Besides that, when doom scrolling is so popular these days, people are familiar with sensation and excitement. So in some cases, when they do some boring tasks, they don't want to do it. So it's very detrimental.
Why do you believe learning new things is essential for adults?
So to be honest, when adults learn new things, they can have a chance to challenge themselves, and also they can reflect on themselves and understand their strengths and weaknesses so that they can improve and become a better versions of themselves. Besides that, when people learn new things, they can enrich their insights into many aspects of their life and broaden their horizons, which make them more competitive in their labor market.
How can distractions from the internet be minimized while learning?
To be honest, there are some tips that I know to improve the benefits of using the internet and mitigate the distractions from the phones or computers. So the first thing is to turn off the notifications when you work or study, because these notifications can make you distracted from your work, which can undermine your work productivity. Moreover, I also want to mention a tip that we need to set time limits for using phones or set some fixed period of the day so that we can use the phone. It's very important for us so that we are not engaged in doom scrolling or something like that.
Why do you think social media is so distracting for learners?
Um, So I think that the main reason comes from the nature of social media platforms. So some platforms such as Facebook or TikTok usually give their users many notifications every second. So these notifications can distract people from their work, and besides that, when people scroll on social media platforms, they get addicted to it, and their brain will release a high amount of dopamine. So they may not like doing some boring tasks like learning or working anymore. Woo! can get 7.5 part 3. Okay, only 6. Sorry, 7. This is very vibrant. Even if part 1 I only get 2 questions, 7.5, but to be honest, part 3 is not really Rubik, Rubik Cube.
Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube.
Okay, so we fix part 1 and part 2 first. Okay, so okay.